Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking out this video. It's your girl LB. Welcome to my channel, Watch With Me LB, where I give you fun, fresh, and funny ranch reviews and recaps on my favorite movies and TV shows. Let's get into this Batman. I know most of y'all have subscribed to my channel because I was lighting and just like that up. And I know a lot of y'all got over here because of Euphoria and my confusion and trauma from that show. I even have some folks that was riding with me since The Way Down, where I talked about with the lady with the big hair. Y'all don't know I'm obsessed with superheroes, okay? I am a 12-year-old boy on the inside. And I kind of dress like one too. Initially, when they announced the cast for the new Batman, and they told me that Robert Pattinson was gonna be Batman, I just wasn't seeing it. Slapped the hell out of me, okay? Robert Pattinson slapped the hell out of me in this Batman. He understood the assignment, got an A+ on that thing, and did some bonus work. Bobby, call me, bro. We gotta go and celebrate. Bobby, me, you, and Zoe. Let's get in here and talk about, y'all, please subscribe to my channel. So y'all have to comment and remind people to subscribe to my channel because I never do it. I would also love it if you would hit the like button on the video because it does something to the algorithm and it gets my video out, I think. I don't know. What I really liked about this movie, it was like this movie gave me like a suspense / thriller that Batman happened to be in. It was very different from any of the other Batman movies that we had. I love the fact that we're getting teenage Batman. Like, he's not a teenager, no. Like, I'm just saying, in his life of Batman, he's only been doing it 2 years. So that's like 16 in Batman years. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do the math on that. He really is figuring it out. And I love that. Because when you think of like other Batman movies that we've seen, Batman have a gadget and a gadget to go with every possibility that can ever occur. Like if a villain was gonna throw like a chicken at him, he'll have like a grill and like catch it and close it up and then smoke it. I'll have Alfred serve it up to him at dinner when he get back home to Wayne Manor. Like, you know what I'm saying? This Batman is not like that. He's like, listen, I'm probably gonna have to jump out a window. Let me give me a little suit, a little flying suit. I'm probably gonna have to shoot like some little stick 'em things to the wall and have to swing from some stuff. Let me throw a couple of them on my belt. I'm gonna have my little bat shield that's gonna represent who I am, but it's also gonna be a tactical knife. And he even fucks up at some point, which I loved seeing that. So we open up seeing the viewpoint of someone who's high up on like a rooftop, and we're looking through these windows and we see a father and son, and the son is dressed up like a little ninja. We hear breathing. It's like my guy needs an inhaler. It's like breathing, his breathing is restricted. And we see that the person that we were watching through the window is the mayor of Gotham City. And he is in a race for re-election with a beautiful black woman named Bella Real. And he is losing, and he does not like that. So he's very preoccupied, very stressed out. It's Halloween night, his son goes out to trick-or-treat, he's home alone. And we see that the person who was up on the ledge watching is not in the room with the mayor. But the mayor don't see that because my guy is hiding, camouflaging like a damn chameleon, scared the hell out of me. I'm like, no, boy, be aware of your surroundings. You hear me? My guy could have been alive today because the Riddler has beat him to death with a carpet tool, okay? A big, heavy, silver, shiny carpet tool, like bashed him in his brains. He is now unalive. He's on the ground on his belly. And the person who's in a winter, I forgot what they call, like an all-weather winter insulated wall mask or something, I don't remember, is sitting on his back. And he goes in like under his shirt to get something from under his shirt. And I'm thinking to myself, this better not be a sexual assault. It better not be, because I don't have time for that. We ain't been in this movie. The movie ain't been on but for 2 minutes and 73 seconds. Okay, that's not an exact time, but it's what came out, so just go with it. Don't talk about me. I know how to tell time. It looked like he was unbuckling his pants. He wasn't, thank God. He was getting duct tape, and duct tape his entire face and wrote "No More Lies" on the front with a marker. Then we get narration from Batman. He's telling us about how, you know, Gotham is in shambles, because Gotham ain't never not been in shambles, child. In Gotham now, everybody is using something called drops, and drops are drugs that you put through your eye. They like eye drops, but you get high through your eyeballs. Ain't that some shit? It's Halloween and that, you know, everybody got a costume and a mask on, people gonna wild out. He has made it so that criminals are now being afraid to be in the shadows, right? Because if you do a crime, you're gonna do it in the alleyway, in the corner, in the shadows, in the dark. But because Batman lurks in the shadows, he is making it so that criminals don't want to be there no more, because they scared they're gonna get beat down to a fine pulp, child. We cut to a scene on the subway where this gang of people, like some juggalos, you know the juggalos, the insane clown posse, and they wear the white makeup with the black stuff on their face too. They look like juggalos, but like dirty ones, like grimy, like off-brand, like, you know, like great value juggalos. They are on a subway and they're like kind of, you know, having a debriefing on the last criminal activity they took part in. They see this guy get off the train, and my guy looked like one of the only last good people in Gotham. He got a little members only jacket on and some khaki pants. Probably was going home for pizza night with his little family and stuff. And the great value juggalos were following him off the subway, right? And they were gonna beat him up and use him to initiate their newest, youngest member. So they got the little man and hemmed him up, and they threw him on the floor, and they encouraging the little boy to beat him up. And all of a sudden we hear these heavy ass footsteps. Y'all, this scene was straight flame. It's like a build-up, you know what I'm saying? Like usually Batman come on there like gangbusters, like kicking the door down or chopping somebody in the throat. This guy came out boo-hoo slow. It took him 45 minutes to come out from behind the shadows. His footsteps were so heavy, and they sound like he had on a pair of premium steel-toe boots. Solid, heavy footsteps in the dark. And I kept thinking, because I'm a damn goofball,
I keep hearing footsteps, baby, in the dark.
You remember the Isaac Brothers song? No, you don't? That's okay. We finally see him come out from the shadows, and this is our first time seeing this new iteration of Batman. Bobby Pat looked a little snackish in that Batman costume. I ain't gonna hold you now. It's the jaw. It's his jawline. It's very, you know what I'm saying, chiseled in a youthful way. Y'all, my guy Batman beat the hell out the great value juggalos in such a rageful way that it made me question my own moral code, because I was sitting there like this. Like, I was excited about it because he was very upset. It was like they personally took something from him. And I was like, damn, you got some shit on your chest, huh, my guy? The way that he would take a pause to like check to see if they were out, realize that they were knocked out, and then kept going for another 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, Bruce. Sheesh. So Batman done beat the people to the pulp. There's the little boy that has one half of his face juggaloed out because he ain't in there all the way, right? And he's looking at Batman beat up all his compadres, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna be L7. You hear me? That's a square. I'm gonna be on the straight and narrow all the time. I'm gonna eat all my fruits and vegetables. I'm gonna be on straight A honor roll. What I thought was interesting was that the little man in the members only jacket, he was like, Lord, please don't hurt me. I got a members only jacket on. Like, I don't want no smoke with you, because everybody doesn't know about Batman. Like, he's still like people still think that he might be a criminal too. Now we at the crime scene, and we at the mayor's house. And this scene is really great because we get to see Jim Gordon, played by Jeffrey Wright, also known as the Watcher from What If. Okay, you fire if you could be in a DC something and a Marvel something. He done took Batman to the crime scene, like brought him in there and like walked through this sea of police officers who are at the mayor's house. They see the mayor with his face taped up, and they see that his thumb has been severed, right? And so the police, GCPD, is kind of pissed that he's even there. And they're like, what you talking about? This is a vigilante. We supposed to arrest him on sight. You bringing him to the crime scene? Batman is like walking through the room, and he's like clocking all of these pieces of evidence and clues that the detective and the crime scene people have not gotten. And so the crime scene technician with the camera started following Batman around like, oh yeah, it sure is some blood right here. Let me take this little picture. Gordon was like, listen, he's here to help. So Commissioner Savage, the current commissioner, comes in and books Jim Gordon. Is like, how dare you bring him to my crime scene? And this is like something that I really enjoy, because we get to see him actually participating in like the investigation. Like, let's go hunt down these clues. He finds that, you know, a clue, and he traces it to the mayor's car, where he finds a thumb drive that has the mayor's thumb on it, because it's a thumb drive. So on the thumb drive are pictures of the mayor and this girl, and nobody knows who the girl is, but it shows that the mayor was not a stand-up guy as he purported himself to be, right? And in the background of that photo with the mayor and his side piece was Oswald Cobblepot, also known as the Penguin, okay? And so Batman is like, well, shit, I'm gonna go pay him a visit. Goes to the Iceberg Lounge, which was also in the picture. The Penguin runs that and runs drugs out of there, right? So Batman goes to the door, knocks on the door in full Batman costume, and was like, hey, you know who I am. I don't have a good Batman voice. And the people was like, yeah, I do. And what? What you need? They slammed the door in his face. They was talking extra spicy, and they proceeded to get their whole left side of their face rearranged to the right side. Christian Bale had a scene where he was fighting people in the club. I always enjoy that. He gets to the Penguin, and they have a conversation about the pictures, and the Penguin was like, listen, I was just in the background. I don't know who that is, and I don't know, blah, blah, blah. So in walks a waitress played by Zoe Kravitz, her name Selena Kyle, and she's dropping off some drops to the Penguin, and she's bringing drinks and stuff. She's like a runner at the club, like a waitress. And she sees the pictures on the table, and Batman clocks that she has a real, like, small reaction to seeing those pictures. So he's like, oh, well, listen, I'm about to pay you a visit. So he follows Selena Kyle home, and I really like that they both ride bikes. I think that's very sexy and very cute, okay? The chemistry between Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz, cut that thing with a knife. I'm tall, y'all. So I've never been with a guy that's like extra tall. Like, I'm 5'10". I've never had to expect a shorter like that kind of thing. I really want to experience that to see what that's hitting for. I think I would enjoy that. Anyway, that ain't got nothing to do with what we took. Girl, won't you stay focused? He is at Selena Kyle's house, and he sees that she is like mad slinky, bro. She put on her little cat suit. He watches her sneak out the house in a leather suit, and she got her little Catwoman outfit on. And so he's like, man, what the hell she got going on? Batman and Catwoman link up, and, you know, they have a conversation. And so Batman is like, well, listen, you got to tell me what you know. And Selena's like, I ain't telling you nothing. I'm trying to go find my friend. She gone. I don't know where she at. They took all my stuff. I got other stuff I got to deal with. What I think is really, really cool about this one too is that this Batman is not really tech heavy, but he does have these contact lenses that he wears that he uses to identify the people that he beating their ass up. He has given Selena Kyle the contact lenses so she can wear them to the Iceberg Lounge and go to work and identify the folks in the lounge, right? So she wears the things to work, and she's IDing people, and they got little, you know, intercoms in the ear. And she clocks Phil Coulson, Gotham City's DA, in the club getting high through his eyeball. She flirted with him for 5 seconds, and he basically gave her buku information. She leaves the club. She gets upset because of something that he says, and she leaves the club. He follows her. But she ain't going home with you. So Gil gets in his car and goes home, right? And, well, he tries to go home. He ain't make it. And he gets in his car and he starts wiping the windows down because it's condensation on his windows from the inside. What does that say to you people? And who was in there? I bet you can't guess it. It was the Riddler. The Riddler strapped a bomb on my guy, taped him up, taped him out, and kidnapped the DA of Gotham City. Riddler has gotten the mayor, and now the Riddler has gotten his hands on the DA. Bruce Wayne has gone back to the Batcave, gone back to Wayne Manor, and we see Alfred for the first time, played by Andy Serkis. Okay, I like this Alfred. I don't like when you give me an old Alfred, like when he like be like frail and like you just feel bad if he like gotta lift stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, Bruce, what you asking this old ass octogenarian to go get you juice for? Go get your own juice. Nice round 50 to 60-year-old Alfred. I like that. Don't give me 90-year-old Alfred, child. And we see Bruce Wayne, right, for the first time. And he looked like a member of The Cure. You remember The Cure? They made that song, Love Song? That was my jam. Me and my ex-boyfriend used to do that shit all day, every day. Often we actually see him. I really enjoy seeing that, right? Like him taking his mask off, and we get to see that he actually does wear makeup on his eyes. Now we at the fume, all right? It's the mass fume, and everybody's there. All the mobsters are there. And so is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne ain't talking to nobody. He ain't saying nothing. He ain't looking at nobody in the eyes. He's dead on the inside. That's when you really understand that the Batman is who he really is. and Bruce Wayne is like his alter ego because he doesn't look comfortable in his own skin. He looks very sad and very frail. Bella Real, the mayor's opponent in the mayoral race for Gotham City, is talking to Bruce Wayne, and she's like, hey, listen, your family is, like, y'all basically created Gotham City. Like, you don't want to donate to nothing. You don't want to help a sister out with the, like, what's going on, Bruce? And Bruce connects eyes with the son of the mayor. And I really enjoyed how Robert Pattinson did a lot of talking with his eyes and his face and his body and not his mouth. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to give it like 7 lines of dialogue. He probably memorized his whole script for the whole movie over the weekend. He ain't really have nothing to say. He ain't really do a lot of talking. And I ain't mad at that because my guy talks with them fists, okay? So we, here outside the fume is buku noise and commotion, okay? And the little boy, the mayor's son, gets up to like get a better view. And Batman senses kicked in and he ran and was able to save the mayor's son from getting hit by a car that careened through the church, knocked all of pews over, and ran over at least several dozen people. Because it's the mayor's funeral, there's a ton of police there, and they like, get out, raise your hand and put your hands up. You know how they be yelling at you. Gil Colson gets out with the bomb attached to his neck and a letter to the Batman taped on his chest and a phone taped to his hand. Bruce Wayne leaves and Batman returns. The phone is ringing and the Riddler is on the phone talking to Gil Colson. And he tells Gil Colson, if you can solve these 3 riddles in the next 60 seconds, you not gonna die. But guess what? If you can't, do you have life insurance? Batman is able to help him solve the riddles. The 3rd riddle was basically asking Gil Colson to give up whoever the rat was that brought down Maroni's operation, which is like a theme throughout the movie. Gil Colson is like, I can't tell you, they're gonna kill my family. I can't do it. The Joker blew his ass to smithereens. The blast knocks Batman back and he hits his head and he is knocked unconscious. My guy Batman wakes up in a police station surrounded by approximately 45,000 police officers, and they're trying to take his mask off. And my guy woke up from a deep ass coma to be like, get the hell off of my suit. Jim Gordon comes in and is like, give me a minute. Wait a minute. Everybody was doing a lot of yelling. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, I got a relationship with him. Give me a minute. All the cops leave and he's in a room with Batman by himself. And he's like, listen, bro, they about to kill you. Okay? So take this key. Use it to unlock the door. Go down the hall to the right. Take the stairs and get the hell up out of here. You're going to have to punch me in my face to make it look real. Because he's talking to him like this, like real, like hostile. Like it was like he was trying to fake the people out, right? But he was talking real low. So Batman proceeded to break the man's jaw. He didn't really break it, but he punched the shit out of it. And ran down the halls of the police station. So he gets out and escapes through like a window, and he's on top of the police station like buku high. And of course he got the gadgets, right? And so he has like a sugar glider part of his suit. I don't know what the hell the thing is called. It's like the little wings that be on the suit. And he jumps down and he glides on the wings of love. And I love this part because he clipped the bridge, rolled for 43 minutes, hit 23 trash cans, broke his spine, hit a pole and a bumper off a car. And I was like, hell yeah. And I like that when he got up on top of the police station, he realized how high it was and got scared. He was like, oh. And I was like, Batman was afraid? He's just like us. And he's not always at the ready. Players fuck up. So now Commissioner Savage, the GCPD commissioner, has now been kidnapped by the Riddler, and Gordon and Batman are trying to solve that murder, right? And the Riddler has left another set of clues, and it is in like a maze, a rat contraption, and they break the cipher, and it is El Rata Alata. I'm gonna put it on the screen, child, because I need you to know what I'm saying. It translates to like a rat with wings. You gotta bring the rat into the light. You gotta basically tell everybody who the rat is. They're like, yo, what's a rat with wings? A penguin could be a rat with wings. And I'm like, nah, it's a bat. I was thinking it was a bat the whole time, but anyway. So they went after Oz. They trying to, get Oz at this like drug deal or whatever. Oh, hey, it's a whole new day. Y'all good? How y'all doing, everyone? How is this random day? I don't even know what today is, but it's the day after I started my video. We had swim practice, and I promised them that I would bake a cake. So I had to bake a cake. Then they wanted to watch Shrek, so we had to watch Shrek. And by the time Shrek went off, hey, now you're an all-star, I'm asleep. Batman and Gordon are at this little drug deal or whatever. It goes awry, okay, as it always does. And there then becomes a car chase, okay? The car chase was fire. Batman in his Batmobile, which I loved his car. First of all, the engine was in the back and the engine was like the size of my living room. It looked like he put it together himself and he DIY'd that thing. I was here for it. The Penguin is driving in a car in and out of traffic and Batman is right behind him. Penguin manages to lose Batman for a moment by like cutting off a truck, and the truck flips over and it explodes. Okay, and that's what you see in the trailer when the Penguin is like, I got you. The Penguin's car flips and he's upside down. We get this amazing shot of Batman getting out of his car and walking toward the Penguin. You see his shadow and his cape blowing in the wind in front of this fire, and it's literally fire. Okay, Matt Reeves, that's what we call direction. So after the car chase, they confront the Penguin, and the Penguin is like, nah, that's not me. The Riddler has drugged these people all over the city, finding these riddles and stuff, and they wind up going back to an orphanage that was owned by the Wayne family. And he shows Batman that his father, before he died, when he was running for mayor, had created the Renewal Fund. And the Renewal Fund was like $1 billion project that was supposed to cure all the ails of Gotham. The Renewal Fund never got to be utilized because the Waynes were murdered. The money was there, but the people that was supposed to run it were not. Batman finds out that his father was not the upstanding citizen that he has thought that he was his whole life. Bruce Wayne's mother had suffered with mental illness. There was this reporter that was gonna report on it. And Thomas Wayne went to Falcone and was like, say, bro, I need you to beat the shit out of this reporter so he don't report the story. But instead of beating him up, Falcone killed him. Not because he like just got out of hand. It was because he really wanted to have something on Thomas Wayne so that he could like kind of be in his pocket. It's this very complicated family history, background and stuff that Batman was not aware of that the Riddler was, and he like leaked all that information. And at the same time, Alfred is at Wayne Manor and he is going through the mail. He opens the mail and it is a letter for addressed to the Batman, and he opens it up and it's a bomb, and he gets severely injured by the bomb. When Alfred recovers, he kind of drops all the tea and tells Bruce what the deal really was, and that his dad never meant for this man to get killed, and that he thinks that Falcone killed his parents because Thomas Wayne was getting ready to just go to the police because he didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, deal with all of that. And so Falcone had him killed and realized that the Renewal Fund, that $1 billion, was just kind of sitting there. So that's how Maroni came up in the game. We don't see Maroni in the movie, no. That Falcone is the one who ratted on Maroni so that he could take over Gotham. They're going to confront Falcone at the Iceberg Lounge. So meanwhile, on the Catwoman front, she confides in Batman that Falcone is her father. They have this really awesome scene where Falcone's goons are trying to like shoot Batman, but it's buku dark. And it's like the fight is lit up by gunfire and the thing is fire. That was my favorite scene. No, that's my second favorite scene. Really great. I was sitting there smiling. I really gotta figure that out. Falcone is taken out and he is, arrested, and they taking him out of the lounge and they bringing him down the stairs in the front of the building, and he is shot dead. All right. And the Riddler has shot him. They realize that the shot came from across the street of the Iceberg Lounge, and they go over there and realize that that is the Riddler's apartment. He been there the whole time, child. They are able to apprehend Edward Nashton, also known as the Riddler. He just sitting at a coffee shop drinking a latte, and they go and arrest him, right? He is, taken to Arkham Asylum. So Batman goes to pay the Riddler a visit at Arkham Asylum, and let me tell you something. My guy Paul Dano, scared. He was a little scary. It's like I can't explain it. So they having, a conversation, and, Batman ain't saying too much, but the Riddler is like spilling tea. Basically, all the people that he killed were the people that he blamed for, his life being tore up and the city being tore down and all the corruption and the Renewal Fund and all of that. He killed all the people. He talking to Batman and he's like confiding in him. He like, bro, let me tell you something. I appreciate the work that you do, Batman, bro, because we basically doing the same thing. Like, I'm trying to end corruption and you trying to end corruption. Why don't we tag team this thing? We can go to Houston's, get a burger and a beer, hash this thing out, and then we could be like a team together. Telling Batman he inspired him. And I'm like, not a twisted inspiration. I love that. So Batman goes back to the apartment, which is, you know, the Riddler's apartment, which is now like a crime scene, right? And he's going in there and he's like trying to, you know, unearth some information that will help him, because the Riddler's like, it ain't over, bro. It's some stuff that's coming, so you might want to try to figure it out. So Batman uses the tool that the mayor was killed with, a carpet tool or whatever, to lift up the carpet, where he sees these like little Christmas lights on the floor, and on the floor is like a map of the city, and each of those places where the Christmas lights are is a bomb. So the Riddler is going to blow up the seawalls that prevent Gotham River or whatever the hell from flooding the city. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'ma just keep it completely 100. I'm not even joking with you. This part had your girl a little triggered, because it was very reminiscent of Hurricane Katrina and what happened. They were using terms like shelter of last resort. And then they actually showed the levees breaking and the city flooding and like the people trying to get to safety, and it triggered me. Thank God for the heads up that I got. If I wouldn't have got that, I might have been a little upset. I don't know how it would have hit your girl, but it did make me like a little flooded the entire Gotham City. At this time, Bella Real was having like a celebration because she has won, and it was it's not Madison Square, so it's Gotham Square Garden. The Riddler has built up a social media presence online, like some dark web type shit, and was like, say bro, like let's connect on our like-mindedness. Like we all want to just murder people, be insane together as a community. Let's talk about it on 4chan. So he's convinced these people, like a group of people, to help him to carry out his plan. Inside of the Gotham Square Garden, Riddler's followers are there, and they dressed up just like him, and they just taking people out. They shooting people. They shoot Bella Real, but they don't kill her. Prior to this point, I don't feel like Batman has called himself Batman. He's been calling himself Vengeance. Like, who are you, man? And he'll be like, I'm Vengeance. And they have a really great fight sequence on like this like pathway that's way up in the sky or whatever. I don't know. One of the Riddler's followers calls himself Vengeance, and and that's like a little aha light bulb moment to Batman. Like, I could be more than just that. Like, I can do more. Like, I can actually help, like Bella Real was talking about. And there's water in the building now, and he sees that there's like this live wire that's going to electrocute thousands of people hovering right above the water. And so he uses his little tactical knife I was telling you about yesterday to jump on the line, cut the line, and go into the water and save all these people. And he's helping people out the water. And so now he's like a saver Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like a helper person, not like I'm about to just beat you until your nose fall off your face. Like, I'm about to actually assist the Red Cross kind of Batman. Like, Catwoman is like, you know what? This is a little too high for me, and it's a little sticky out here. I'm gonna go to Bloodhaven. Come with me, because we got buku chemistry, and I'm trying to like see what that I'm talking about. And he ain't wanna go. Boo. But I get it though. You gotta work, bro. Don't be giving up your life's aspirations to go get no cake. So, you know, she rides off into the sunset, and Batman is helping the folks at the, you know, the place, and he's gonna help Gotham rebuild. I don't know if I would go so far as to say this is my favorite Batman movie. I really don't think anything can top The Dark Knight for your girl. And I don't think that Robert Pattinson is my Batman. I think once we see him more on the screen and we see him develop his little Batman skills, okay, he got a shot at the top spot. And I think Matt Reeves did a phenomenal job behind the camera. The cast did their thing per usual. Jeffrey Wright cannot do any wrong for me. His voice is just so good, bro. He could just be like, go your ass to sleep, and I don't want to hear shit else about it. Man, let me go to sleep, bro. Thanks, Jeffrey. I was tripping. Like, you know what I mean? I just love him. Comment down below and let me know what you thought of this movie. I'm giving this thing like 9.5 out of 10 stars. Why is it so many stars? It's just 5 stars. Why I'm giving it 10? So I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. And the only reason I'm taking a half a star away is because the plot line with Selena Kyle and Falcone, like them being father and daughter, and I could have used more scenes with Batman and Catwoman, the Bat and the Cat. I was like, are y'all doing stuff in the trailers after the thing? Like, what y'all doing? Thank y'all so much for checking out this video. I appreciate you, and I will see y'all another time. Bye. Boop, boop.